Hello everybody and welcome back to RainBro Crafts. My name is Colton and today I will be making for you our Northern Lights soap. This soap will be for sale starting May 1st online and also at any in-person events we do, so check that out. Just like all of our other soap, we will start by blending in our lye water solution and our signature plant-based oils, which are down in the description box below. This soap is actually a redesign and rename from a Christmas time scent that we did called Silver Bells. It is a fan favorite and we've had several people request it. So we did a slight little redesign and obviously changed the name a little bit to be a little more season neutral, so that's where Northern Lights comes from, and it also inspired the design, which you'll see when we cut into it. It kind of looks like the Aurora Borealis. The fragrance is called Silver Sparkle from Brambleberry. It is a really good kind of bright, sweet fragrance, but there's some clove and vanilla and myrrh to give it a little bit of depth so it's not so cloyingly sweet that you don't want to use it every single day. One thing to note with this fragrance, which I didn't remember, it does discolor the soap batter while it is uncured to this yellow color. So kind of like our Pacific Northwest Rain soap. If you've seen that video, I'll also link it up in the corner here with a card. It made the soap batter a really bright yellow color, but that also made all of the micas that we added and are adding to this batch not true to what the final product is going to be. So you might be watching this and thinking, what's going on? Why are these colors looking very zombie skin-esque? And thankfully that doesn't stick around, so you'll see the colors actually at the end are nice and crisp and exactly the colors that we were going for, which is, like I mentioned, Northern Lights inspired. One technique that I don't think we've shown on our channel is kind of a technique that we have adopted from when we were doing acrylic pours just for fun at the beginning of quarantine, and that is just by pouring slowly into one corner all of the different soap batters, alternating from the uncolored to each of the individual colors. So we have a purple, we have a blue, and then we have a silvery gray. Now, it's not terribly important to make sure you're alternating every single color, and I think I did mix up a few a little bit, but that's alright because in the end it still gives a beautiful finished product, and really unless you saw this video and I just said that, you probably wouldn't have even noticed. We are going to reserve a little bit of each of the colors here to do a design on the top, so that's why there's a little bit extra. And then the important thing, at least with the design I wanted to do, is you pour everything directly into the center of the mold. And so it kind of looks a little messy and muddy, but as long as your batter is at the perfect consistency, the colors are actually going to remain individual, so it's not going to blur together and get that muddy kind of overmixed quality, because we don't want that. We will then be just scraping out our containers here and doing lines front to back. So you've probably seen this technique a few times from us, and it is one of our new favorites for top designs anyways, so you'll probably see it quite a lot in the near future as well. It's kind of funny when customers request specific scents that are tied so closely, at least in our minds, to specific seasons. So like I mentioned, this was one of our December fragrances, and so in our minds it is a winter Christmassy holiday scent, but the amount of people who have come up to us at the farmer's market or messaged us, or even family members that got the soap from us over the holidays, wanting it back. It always surprises us, and obviously we want to please our customers, and so that's why this is coming back basically 6 months after we just had this soap because of how many people want it. While I've been kind of chatting away here, I have been pouring the colors kind of alternating. So we did 3 lines of the uncolored soap batter, and then we did the gray, and then the blue, and then purple. Now, they don't really look like that's the colors that I'm pouring if you're looking at it on the screen right now, but that is the colors that will eventually show up. And we'll scrape out all of these containers because we are done with them. We're not going to come back to these. I did have a little bit extra of the purple, so I'm trying to squeeze that in any of the empty spots that we have. Then we will zoom the camera in and do the kind of whipping latte art technique that I did on the Magnolia Blossom soap a couple months back to give a little bit of texture to the top, but allow you to see all those individual colors once the soap cures. And we are not quite done. We are going to spritz the top with some rubbing alcohol, and then we will be adding some eco glitter that are star shaped. Eco glitter is fun because it gives you that shine, the holographic glimmer that normal glitter would give. It's skin safe, but most importantly, it dissolves in water, which is great. It means it's not going to stick to you or your bathtub or your sink or get into the river and hurt fish and all of the wildlife and stuff. So it looks really great. It stays around for a couple days and then it's gone. The important thing to note is the rubbing alcohol also can dissolve it, so you want to be very careful when you apply the rubbing alcohol. Now we have tucked it away, and 24 hours later, you'll see those colors are evening out and giving you that nice Northern Light inspired color palette that we were going for. And it's kind of crazy to see that it was so brightly yellow 24 hours ago, and now it is to a nice like creamy white color, which is exactly what we wanted. We will break this slab down into 3 loaves. Now that we have broken those slabs down into loaves, it is time to slice those up into 4.5 ounce size bars. Now, this might be the last video, at least for a little while, that you see this specific soap cutter in. We actually did a little bit of an equipment upgrade, and that is to get a multi-bar cutter. Now, this soap slicer is really great, but we have been making about 300 or so bars of soap per week, and breaking down the slabs and then also slicing them, it does take quite a long time, so maybe like 20 minutes per soap batch, so that adds up to like an hour or so per day of just soap cutting and slab breaking down. So our multi-bar cutter can literally cut 1 loaf of soap in 10 seconds, as opposed to the 10 minutes it takes, 10-20 minutes it takes to do this. We are just about done here slicing up this soap. Definitely check this out because I have a feeling it is going to sell out pretty quickly just based on the requests we've had. And we are just about done here. So that is how we make our Northern Lights, also known as Silver Bells soap. And you can grab that online and in person starting May 1st. So check that out. Also, if you want to support the channel, we have a subscription program where you can get a bar of the month or 2 bars of the month, get some discount codes, and a shout out at the end of the video as well. Thank you for all of our supporters. If you want to support our channel for free, don't forget to like and subscribe. Thanks. Bye.